so far as to say that these tools, these probing tools, they're too sharp. They are simply too sharp for this initial probe. You're such a primitive little being. Yes, let me switch to something a little more gentle for you, you primitive little being, you primitive little being. How about the wooden chopsticks, the wooden chopsticks? Oh yes, isn't that is better, I believe. That is better, isn't it? That is better. As you can see, these wooden chopsticks, they have a much larger surface area. A much larger surface area. And therefore, that means that less force is being applied to your structure, to your face, to your membrane, whenever I poke and prod you, because of the greater surface area of the end point of the chopstick, there is less force being applied, and therefore there is less risk of rupturing your membrane. Isn't that correct? Yes, that is exactly correct. You will not understand interesting. My primitive little creature. Have you heard of string theory? Oh, sleepy, of course you haven't heard of string theory. You're simply a primitive little creature. I couldn't expect you to know about string theory. But basically, the simplest of layman's terms, it is the idea that every single thing in the universe is vibrating different frequencies, and this vibration, it supposedly gives everything structure and energy. And without this vibration, this continuous, everlasting vibration, we lose our structure, we unravel, we become victims of entropy and chaos. And that is no doubt the state of the universe before it was made into order. How was the universe made into order? Surely there was some sort of creator, just as I have created you. But that is more of a philosophical question, or a religious question. That is not why we're here today, is it? That is not why we're here today. Today we are here simply to conduct science, and experimentation. Does that hurt? Now that is some serious science and experimentation. I'm testing your nerves and your ability to feel. Okay, let me hold you still to increase stability. Can you feel this? Can you feel it? When I apply little pressure, can you feel the variances in the pressure, the amount of pressure being applied? Can you feel it? Interesting. I think in a moment we must test to see if you can feel temperature. Hot and cold. Interesting. The way your membrane deforms. It is very good indeed. You can see it is a protective barrier. And I think it is only vulnerable to very sharp objects, and to great application of force into a very small area of space, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let us do the hot and the cold test, and then I do believe that might be it for today. I don't want to make you too tired. My primitive primordial little creature, I don't want to make you too tired, okay? I don't want to overexert you. Now you might not be able to see, but I have here two water globes. One is hot and one is cold.